was going to skip making a video today because my internet has been out the entire day. And one of the things that is so strange to me was how feral, I guess, people become with no internet, you know? It kind of is so weird to me that I didn't realize it before how much the internet has a grasp on day to day life. So my internet went out earlier today, and as everybody knows, when your internet goes out, it's not usually like oh, you just got to restart your router. It's usually going to be out for like 12 plus hours, and that's how mine was today. And the second it goes out, everybody in my house asks me, what's going on with the internet? What's happening with the internet? What's going on? Like, dude, I'm not the internet whisperer. I don't go up to the modem and go, hey, what's going on? Like it just makes zero absolute sense to me. And like, don't get me wrong, I know a lot when it comes to internet wise because I've taken a lot of like classes that have not about internet specifically, but have taught me things about like how to make your own modems, make your own servers, stuff like that. So I try to be the internet guy, but it's so hard to explain to people that sometimes stuff just happens. And this goes for like kind of everything in life. Sometimes stuff just happens to where like it's not always perfect. Sometimes stuff gets shut down, sometimes stuff doesn't work. It's just how life is. And I didn't really see this as a big issue over the last few years, but it's something that I've been thinking about today because like I said, when my internet went out, it felt like everybody around me was kind of almost forcing it onto me of like, well, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Like there was a mass panic going on. It's like, guys, the internet's just out for a little bit. It's not that deep. We can go 12 hours without internet. It's not that big of a deal. Now, I would say on the other hand to this, like obviously if you have a job at home or something like that that requires you to have your internet working 24/7, then it's kind of scummy for internet to go out for 12 hours a day because that's potentially someone losing their job or losing a day of pay or whatever it is. But in my household, there's nobody that does that. The biggest thing the internet is used for is like for schooling, like college, right? Which skipping a day isn't going to like absolutely destroy anything. And basically watching TV are probably the two biggest things it's used for in my house. So like it's crazy to me how much I didn't realize it was like needed, right? Or not needed, but how much like people are fiending for it. And I could just imagine how bad this is in like a household that needs it, right? Because like we don't need it, but if you're in a household where you are reliant on internet for like everything, like let's say you have Alexa basically for all your music, you have an online job, you have like all this stuff. It's kind of crazy how much of a power that has over you. Like that if you lose internet for 6 hours, you basically can't do anything with your entire life for those 6 hours. It's just absolutely diabolical. I'm glad I was blessed enough to not really even grow up with internet. I don't even think we had internet until I was like 13, like proper internet. I don't mean like, oh, you got, 2 gigs of, or not 2 gigs, like 2 megabits of internet, just enough to log on to your email. I don't mean like that. I mean like internet where you could actually surf the web. Like I remember going to the library and like playing RuneScape on the computer while my dad checked his email every single day because we couldn't afford internet. So it's so just crazy looking at the difference now. And I'm glad that we're more well off to the point where internet is a concern. It's just weird. Uh, and maybe that's something that I should think about more. Is like I still want to create these videos and stuff like that, but thinking about it today is like maybe I should take a little bit of a step back from using the internet. Maybe the internet shouldn't be the first thing that like I look forward to in a day. Maybe like the first thing I look forward to should be something else, like going to the gym or going for a swim or just it's something, and not like work either. Like work is just work. It is what it is. But when you are so reliant on like one thing in your life, I think that's just crazy to me. If you're like so reliant on anything. People are relying on different things, whether that's internet, alcohol, smoke, whatever it is. Like people are so reliant on it where they almost kind of throw a fit if it doesn't go their way that day. Like if they can't get it or something like that. And working in retail, I've kind of noticed that too. Where like people will come in and they'll throw a fit if they can't get what they need that day or something. It's just so crazy because I have never thought in my life like, man, I'm so reliant on this that if this goes away, like my entire day's messed up, or I'm gonna get like mad at other people because this thing is messed up. Like when stuff messes up around me, I'm just like, it is what it is, and it's hard. It's really really hard to explain that to people because it's very difficult to explain to people that you genuinely don't care, right? Not like you don't care to be cool because you're trying to be cool. You don't care because you're trying not to care, but you really do. But genuinely, you have no thoughts about it. You have no opinions about it. You have nothing, and that's how like losing the internet is to me. Is like it's like, man, this sucks. Literally, right before I recorded this, the only thing I was thinking about was like, oh man, I guess I have to record a YouTube video on my phone. Here comes the bad quality. Like I wasn't thinking like, oh no, my internet's out. Whatever shall I do? And like having a mental breakdown because of it. I don't know. I always just kind of figure stuff will end up the way that it's meant to end up at the end of the day. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to rant about today was just the amount of reliance people have on like certain products or things, especially the internet these days, to the point where they borderline can't live their lives without it. And that's just so crazy to me, especially when you didn't grow up with the luxury of being able to use it. That's even crazier. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Besides that, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night. Peace.